What's up, Unchannel community, and welcome back to the channel. Today's video, as you'll see in the thumbnail and title of today's video, we'll be having a look at my 1970s collection. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So we're going to start off with Love Story. Here's the back. Here's the disc. Raid on Rommel. Here's the back. Here's the disc. The original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Here's the back. Here's the disc. The Godfather. Here's the back. Here's the disc. The Godfather Part 2. Here's the back. Here's disc 1 and disc 2. The Magnificent Seven Deadly Sins. Here's the back. Here's the disc. Sting. Here's the back. Here's the disc. Three golden classic movies, including The Hideaways. Here's the back. Here's the disc. The Land That Time Forgot. Here's the back. Here's the disc. The Longest Yard. Here's the back. Here's the disc. The Man with the Golden Gun. Here's the back. Here's the disc. The Spy Who Loved Me. Here's the back. Here's disc 1 and disc 2. Moonraker. Here's the back. Here's the disc. The Rocky Horror Picture Show. Here's the back. Here's the disc. Dog Day Afternoon. Here's the back. Here's the disc. King Kong. Here's the back. Here's the disc. The Rescuers. Here's the back. Here's the disc. Double featured 2 DVD set, including The Trial of the Pink Panther and Revenge of the Pink Panther. Here's the back. Here's The Trial and Revenge of the Pink Panther. Apocalypse Now. Here's the back. Here's the disc. Award-winning films, including Rocky and Raging Bull, with this cool slipcover. Here's the back. Here's Rocky and Raging Bull. We've got Jaws and E.T. on this homemade case. Here's Jaws and E.T. Classic Horror Collection. Here's the back. Here's Volume 1. Here's the back. Here's disc 1. With the double-sided. And disc 2. double-sided. And volume 2. Here's the back. Here's disc 1, double-sided. And disc 2, double-sided. Teen movie value pack Hollywood leading men. Here's the back. Here's disc 1. Disc 2. Disc 3. And disc 4. And James Bond 50 Anniversary Collection. Here's the back. Here we've got Dr. No and From Russia with Love. Goldfinger and Thunderball. You Only Live Twice and Honor Her Majesty's Secret Service. Diamonds Are Forever and Live and Let Die. The Man with the Golden Gun and The Spy Who Loved Me. Moonraker and For Your Eyes Only. Octopussy, A View to Kill. The Living Daylights, A License to Kill. Goldeneye, Tomorrow Never Dies. The World Is Not Enough, Die Another Day. Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, and Skyfall. Now we're moving on to the CDs. We've got Fleetwood Mac Rumours. Here's the back. Here's the CD. Hot Chocolate 14 Greatest Hits. Here's the back. Here's the CD. And the Essential Michael Jackson with 2 discs. Here's the back. Here's disc 1 and disc 2. And to end off this video, we've got some cassettes. We've got Mike Oldfield Tubular Bells. Here's the back. Here's the tape. There's side 1 and 2. The Best of Roy Orbison. Here's the back. Here's the tape. This is side 1 and 2. And Chas and Dave. Here's the back. Here's the tape. There's side 1 and 2. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys have enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button. Also, if you guys want to see my music collection, be sure to comment in down below, because I'll be more than happy to do that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.